topics are, but
Of the game? The topic is failure.
the Google Doc that I shared with you, you fuck.
Oh, I don't read things.
Okay.
Say hi, boy.
Oh, look, there we are.
Welcome to the worst named gaming news podcast on the internet. What the D-pad?
Don't bring attention to it.
Hello.
Just let it be an in-joke that we thought it was a good idea this entire time, and that
I
nobody
admit
told
to the
you.
fact that I'm the only person that even said it. In fact, I think I'm the only person that even bothers to utter the name.
What, the D-pad?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna have
we
to.
assume.
I think I need to rebrand it.
Yeah, it probably couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll figure it out. You're a smart kid. I'm just gonna make the bacon next to the eggs and hope it just kind of evens itself out.
Flattery will get you nowhere here.
Probably fine.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it was distinct. Like,
Do I want it? Do I want it on great or extreme quality?
Extreme quality.
Or do I want it on mediocre?
Highest possible quality.
Do I want it on bad on purpose or worse?
God damn it! Highest possible quality.
You want it on the best quality for streaming.
I think I've successfully already.
Bad.
No, extreme. God,
I'm joking.
I can never tell with you. You're always so serious.
I like how it doesn't even say like low resolution. It just says bad.
Bad.
Like, yes, I want to play a bad game right now.
Yeah. Well, that's Unity. It's unchanged.
Unity Unchained. Are you cooking bacon again?
No, eggs.
Oh, right.
At 9:30.
Well, we just had dinner, so like.
Oh, so you're having breakfast after dinner?
I'm having second breakfast.
You know what?
Okay.
It's cool. It's a hip thing to do.
If you live in a Denny's.
In a Denny's?
In a Denny's.
Bitch, don't make fun of my Denny's.
Nah, I won't make fun of your Denny's. That's okay.
Okay.
Here.
All right.
Now you're on the TV, so the boy can watch you fail.
Oh, really? Just don't have the audio on, because then it'll be. Are you like on?
Endless echo.
Are you on Discord on your phone right now?
No, I'm on Discord on my computer while the boy is watching you on the TV.
Okay, but you got noise isolation.
Oh no! I fucked up the flip. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, that's how this works.
Yeah. Okay, this will be interesting watching you play.
Oh.
You'll be.
Oh. So
like 5 seconds.
Why does he? Why does he not have any legs?
Because he's in the pot. He's a pot man.
Why is he a potman?
Well, listen, he's explaining it to you, you schmuck.
Who?
The man talking in the background.
Dirk Gently?
Yeah.
That is Bennett Foddy of the title.
I'm not hearing anything from him.
Well, keep playing.
Oh, he is. I don't think. Yeah, he might pop in a little bit later.
Okay.
Egg number 2.
I hear him grunting.
Hey, all right.
That's the potman. That's not Bennett Foddy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
There's no feeling more intense.
Oh, I
than
see.
starting
Subtitles.
over.
Yep.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due,
Oh,
as I have,
this is gonna be.
Can I just chop it?
you have to go
You
back.
can just kind of pinwheel it. That's a common
You won some
strat.
money at the casino, and then
Speed
put all your
running
things
strat.
red, but it came up black.
Welcome
Yeah,
to
just
Shitty Games
in
Done Slow.
wild clockwise
And
rotations.
then immediately dropped food on it.
Now remember, the theme of the game is failing, so if you're doing bad, you're secretly doing good.
Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for
I don't
that,
understand. Is this like a
you've already had
TED
bad
Talk,
day,
but in a very
and what you're
weird
about to
video
go through
game?
might be too much.
Yeah, well,
Eh.
it's getting over it because you have to
Getting
get over
over
it. But like, it makes you mad, and you
Why am
learn
I
to
sweating so
get
much?
over it.
It's also getting over it.
You're also in a pot of, I assume, steaming liquid, and that's why you're trying to escape.
Urine.
That's my head.
Is there like
the game?
There are actually there is fan art of what people assume is actually in that pot. I'll send some.
Oh, it's like Rule 34 qualities?
No, it's not a pot full of genitals. It's like a pot full of.
It's just nothing but a gonad. It's an entire gonad case.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going wireless on this. I'm gonna do like fucking elitist gamer flicking. Oh, wait, what's happening?
I like how since you've unplugged the mouse, he's just like holding the
Yeah.
hammer out there.
Why?
There we go.
Turning up the heat on this omelet a little bit.
Why do I have a grid on my monitor now? What the fuck did I do?
You fucked up.
No. Hold on.
Yep. All right. Okay. You're getting it.
Look, I
You're
made a
getting
boil.
over it.
So getting over it is quite a literal feat.
It is a double entendre because you're getting over the mountain and you're getting over your rage that the mountain causes you.
Is that what we're
It's a
doing?
Yes, it's a game about getting over yourself. This will be very cleansing for you, personal-wise.
You telling me I need to get over myself?
No, I'm just saying you need to get over it. Just get over it.
Oh!
Yeah, I made an OK Ghost reference to one of their songs that nobody knows.
Oh, nope, nope. Oh, you
Hold on. I almost got it.
Yep. You gotta.
I swear, this would be so much easier if I could just do it wireless.
Tell your mom how good I am
This
at
game
this.
does not want me to use my wireless mouse?
No.
Then you have too much control.
Oh, you know what it is?
Did you get my
receiver
sick
is in
flip?
my mouse. My receiver is in my mouse. That's why. Let me put my receiver. Okay, hold on. Have Tyler turn that TV down because now it's like looping.
No, he was sending me a video or something.
Of yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
He's filming me making eggs, trying to make me feel like I'm doing a bad job, despite the fact that I am egg champion now.
Are you making eggs while you're sitting at your computer, or do you have your laptop
probably
over
has, like,
by
a
your
wireless
frying
headset.
pan?
Yeah, and I'm sitting over my induction cooker on top of my computer.
Physics.
So you can use the hammer to pull yourself and swing yourself and push yourself up.
Oh. I'm also drinking root beer.
I'm really glad that we told Evan nothing about this game. We just kind of
Yes.
threw him at it.
No, I like this new idea of every game we just throw Evan in face first into some game he's never heard of.
Thanks for
It's
coming.
Yeah,
kind
Evan,
of
have you
incredible.
Have you played Doki Doki Literature Club?
I have not played it. All I know of it is from what we
And
talked about and the controversy
There's
that
next
Travis
week's.
shared.
There's
Because,
next week's game.
Yeah, I've been a little upset. We can get into that later, but I
It is
just
a-
finished it and it's
Very
it's
good.
still haunting me.
Upsetting. Very good.
Yeah, and the ending. I got the good ending, and it was
no,
really
you have-
bittersweet.
You have to get
Oh!
all of them.
Oh!
Like it
Oh!
it fucks you up.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So we
Hang
made
on.
it to the main part of the mountain.
Tyler, you're about to see something interesting.
Okay, have him turn that down, please, because now it's like doubling up.
Alright.
I'm literally hearing it from your microphone. Heyo.
It's like the scene in The Last Jedi, just infinite snapping.
Exactly.
Delayed.
Oh, what a
Like-
terrible film.
Jazz snapping.
Jazz snapping. See, this is neat. You can give your directions directly to Tyler. It's just going to be on an 8-second delay.
It's just.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
Should we
making
get into
eggs.
the news, or do we want me to get into Doki Doki Literature Club?
You can start with the Doki Doki.
But just keep in mind that we're going to have to get into Roblox Robots for Everyone sooner or later.
You mean?
Yeah.
You mean cubics?
What's in the box?
I mean, Cartman's Robotron 9000.
Yes.
I like how it was out for like a half hour, and the amount of box memes that it spawned
Yeah.
was incredible.
Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of
I like this jazz.
B games are rough assemblages of found.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
the-
white.
It's meant-
Designers slapped
the
it
It's
Jet-
meant
oh,
to
God.
relax you.
and they're
The
often
jazz
too
comes
rough
on when
to
you
change
fuck
the
up,
game
which is
much
what
at
makes
all.
it even more
They're
soothing.
built more for the joy of building them.
This is infuriating. I don't know about soothing.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
Evan,
you're
you
supposed
gotta-
to
You gotta get over
get
it.
over it.
Literally and figuratively. It's like poetry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's cyclical. It's poetry.
rhymes.
It rhymes.
Except instead of stanzas, it's sledgehammers flailing
Exactly.
impotently.
All right, boy, come here.
God,
Also, you have to adjust my levels. I can hear how infinitely louder I am than everyone else.
Oh, it's because my headset's right next to my microphone.
That'll do it. Here, film this. I want to show you my sick egg flip.
Man, Miles, you should have caught on to being a Vine star when it was hip.
Oh, hep, oh.
Man, you are loud. First of all, I can't adjust your gain from my house. You have to adjust your gain.
Yeah, you can. You can also just go into Discord and change your input setting. I had to mute myself a little bit because, like, during the D&D stream, I realized I was
just
like,
want to see it.
"So you walk down the aisleway," and I just didn't have that. So,
God, this is like 127 hours, but like a Terry Gilliam version.
Yeah.
hey, do you know like the record for the speedrun of this game currently?
5 seconds.
2.5 minutes.
How many?
2.5 minutes.
The
Oh.
whole game.
Get good, scrub.
It's really like kind of cathartic to struggle with this and then watch a speedrun and just imagine that you were the one doing that. 'Cause, like, yeah, I could totally do that. That guy just got lucky with.
It's just a
every single
constant
speed.
reminder that everyone is better at this than you are. It helps you get over it.
Yep. Yep. You got it. You got it.
Evan, just remember that you are currently the worst at this that has ever been, but someday you will be better.
Yes, it's actually
You gotta
quite
use your
liberating.
momentum off of the tree to get a little bit over the house. Or you can.
Fuck berries.
You can
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
be able to.
I get it. I got you. I'm getting over it.
You gotta
Get
you gotta
over
hook
it.
behind
Hey!
the edge of the
Oh,
house.
oh!
Mm,
Don't worry.
I feel like I should be flailing something since Evan's flailing a hammer,
This is
Miles
so-
is flailing
this is-
his
this
frying
is-
pan.
Oh, this is. Oh, what is this?
This is
Yeah,
getting
what
over
is
it
it?
with Bennett Foddy.
Getting over it.
Oh,
Like,
these excellent.
feel like you're-
graphics.
I feel like you're fundamentally not understanding the concept of this game.
Yeah, this is the whole thing. This is what it is. This is why we threw this at you.
It's like an art game, except the art is fuck you.
The art is realizing your own rage.
Yeah, and getting over it with Bennett Foddy.
Mm.
Occasional mooing.
Mhm.
Mm.
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 Yeah, so I feel kind of bad that I like shot down Doki Doki during the battle royale.
Dude, I'm telling you, that shit's got
mean-
legs. It's
You
got
mean for
some
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp?
Okay,
I do not regret.
let's
I
be
do not
fair.
regret.
The fact that the #1 game of the young folks...
It's not.
Nope, I'm pushing it. #1 game of the young folks voted third year in a row.
Are you
Animal Crossing...
Are you retconning our article after
Yes.
it's been released? Yes. Okay.
Because, so here's the thing.
Oh.
People don't know unless you tell them. So as far as they are concerned,
Real punch in the
I am now saying the #1 voted game, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
It's pronounced Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Everything else, if you've heard that we voted any other game as Game of the Year, that's fake news. The real game is Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing.
We agree with
Are we going to be
Yoko
part of the
Taro.
Donald Trump Awards for fake news?
You better believe it. Oh, speaking of fake news, what happened with Colin Mockery?
Colin Moriarty.
That's the
Colin
guy.
Mockery.
Yeah, Colin
no,
Mockery.
not the guy from Whose Line. The guy who used
You
to
sure?
be on.
Because I'm pretty
No,
sure that guy from Whose Line's a huge troll.
No, we're talking about the guy who used to be on Kinda Funny. That was the Libertarian.
Yeah, Colin Mockery's kind of funny.
Isn't that the bad guy from Sherlock Holmes too?
No, that's
That's
oh,
Moriarty.
his last name is Moriarty. What's his first name?
Isn't it? Isn't it Colin?
Professor.
It's Professor.
Oh,
His mother gave birth to him, and she's like, my
Yeah.
baby boy, Professor.
Professor. Yeah. Boy, you want eggs?
No.
But yeah, because like I don't know, I really feel like Doki Doki just like infects your brain.
Yeah,
I can't wait
and
to...
other things.
And yeah, and your heart. And
Delete this.
yeah. Yeah. And I didn't even realize that like it starts like adding and messing with the files on your computer.
Yep.
Like, I want to read
Spoilers.
I already assumed that it would do something like that because Travis said you have to have an understanding of Windows Explorer. So
yeah. And I mean, I didn't like it doesn't actually like show up in the game. There's just a whole bunch of that's not like a plot spoiler. That's just like Easter eggs.
Why? What am I doing here?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Every single time CNN screwed him over, he wrote about it.
Oh my god.
So that's what I just finished it, and
very good game.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm excited to see what he does next. Like, there's lots of theories that game is just one big like advertisement and preamble for like his horror game coming out.
I certainly hope so. Not yet, but that's what we're waiting for to see whether that's real or not.
Yeah. So I don't know. Either way,
I'm getting so close. Why is this house such a struggle?
Get over it.
Yeah, so I guess we have to force Evan to play that one next because I want to get like into depths of it, but you can't spoil it.
We'll give Evan a bunch of.
It's not very long either.
No, it's like
we'll give Evan a bunch of weird
it in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
We can give Evan a bunch of weird bullshit to play. I know some fun ones.
Somebody also keep an eye out for Chris being online in case he's not able to make it into the chat.
There you go.
Oh god. Fuck berries.
Okay, see, this time the bacon's coming out better. The trick is, don't have it on maximum heat.
Should we talk about our Nintendo boxes now?
Boxes!
Okay,
I'm getting the boxes!
That's actually kind of ingenious, though.
The boxes?
I dig it.
Yeah, you see anybody else doing that shit?
Well, because it's kind of like... Because it gives Nintendo, like, this long-standing use for education and engineering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, man, they got a lot of cardboard boxes left over after the Wii U, so, like, gotta repurpose them, you know?
So they're eco-friendly. They're just recycling everything that was... Yeah, there you go.
Well, also, it actually is... It brings kind of like this form of longevity to the Toys to Life thing because it's A, super cheap to produce, B, can be community made. It's like Lego. I mean, look at how many community made things Lego produces, and that would be even easier.
And they charge an arm and a leg for basically plastic too, so Nintendo's just getting in on it.
But that's paper. They're doing paper.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna see a lot of like homemade like cardboard contraptions to be like retrofitted with a lot of like the official products.
I like the fact that
the amount of customization you can get with the cardboard. Like
they showed
it in the trailer, you can just like draw on it and paint it.
No, the biggest selling point of that game was like, oh yeah, just draw shit on it. Like, I love, and I was having an conversation with Tyler at dinner, which is, Nintendo is selling a product in which you use your goddamn imagination. Remember that? Remember before video games had to tell you what you were doing?
Exactly.
When Super Mario Maker
figured shit out? Yeah.
No, I think it's a really like innovative way to connect to kids on like a modern level because kids are all like stuff with screens now, but still brings in sort of that like old school playing with toys and build blocks stuff.
I mean, they always did that.
I can tell you for a fact.
Now we're gonna get a Toy-Con Ouija board.
If Nintendo, back when I was 14, 15, 10, if Nintendo came out with a robot that I put on my backpack and then I punch with it and it knocks down things in a virtual world, I would be fit right now. Like, that shit, that looks cool. Like, I get that it's like, you're wearing a cardboard box. It's like, come on, man.
There is one game that's literally just like Optimus Prime Simulator. And you know what?
The people that are grumpy about the announcement are the people that were like, I wanted my virtual console. It's like, this isn't for you.
Right. They said, for young and young at heart, Nintendo is primarily a children's toy company. They just accidentally happen to also make that shit that we like.
Yeah, I feel like we got a lot of shit from Nintendo that's like aimed towards, like not like a mature audience, but like, I feel like Breath of the Wild isn't the most like kid-friendly Zelda game.
Shit.
Dude, it's got some heavy themes.
It's got heavy themes and just like the scope of it and the fact that you have to like figure it out yourself. Evan,
This is the perfect game for you because of how frustrated you get by very simple things. I do love watching this. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a mountain of simple frustration. It's simple frustration mountain. And
are you like shaking a shake weight in the background? What the hell is that noise?
He's trying to shimmy himself over the ore.
Oh god. Also, how do you know when bacon's done? Like it's just
when
shrinking.
it's cooked.
Yeah, well, I don't.
When it gets all curly.
I mean, it's doing that now.
Well, it depends on the bacon.
Depends on how crispy you like it.
Evan, do you honestly think I got low-fat bacon?
I don't know. Did you get low-fat bacon?
I got
Extra
naturally
fat bacon.
smoked 2-pound applewood bacon.
Nice.
I got fatback.
But I mean, Travis wanted us to point out that the what is it called? The Labo? That's what it's called, right? Labo.
Yeah.
Like, Nintendo Labo.
Is that really what it's called?
Labo. Yeah. It sounds like the name of your dog. Gonna get over here, Labo.
Nintendo's naming schemes have been a little.
This is my lab, and this is my laboratory. Nintendo's naming of things isn't anywhere near as bad as mine.
Will you stop? Just don't bring attention to it. No one would know it's a terrible name until you started saying it's a terrible name.
Yeah, just go with it. I compliment it every time I'm here. I will compliment you more if you can get over the house. Well, never mind.
Does this look edible to you?
I can't see it.
No, not you.
Oh my god, this guy looks like Shido.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust that.
He does. That's what he looks like.
Put glasses on him and he's Shido.
Oh my god, he has the exact same facial hair, like.
Which means that now I need that fucking Rivers in the Desert song over this guy.
It tastes kind of gamey. Is that normal?
That probably means you didn't. Did I do it? Did I do it?
Did you get over the mountain?
Am I over the mountain?
Oh, you got over the house.
Hey, are you?
Oh, there you go. You got wow. That you went from like 10% to 12% really quick.
Hey man, that's doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it big. Doing it 9 times even. All right, bacon number 2.
Don't get cocky. You can get all the way back at the bottom of that thing.
Oh yeah, no, it is incredibly easy to fuck up with this.
I already did it.
Well,
okay. All right. I had some really good momentum there.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about getting that groove, man.
Gotta get that good vibration. Come on, feel it. All right, real talk. Edible?
Trying to find a way up and over.
Leather strappy?
No, I don't believe it is. Do not. I mean, that's the one thing that I'm kind of. I mean, like, I love the versatility of cardboard, but I feel like people are gonna be breaking that shit. Like
most of it's done, right?
Like you step on a thing of cardboard, like it's done. It's gone.
Looks what?
The cardboard.
Yeah, well, I mean, not all of it's gonna look. I mean, it shrinks, right?
Had the eyes, no tears. John Vance Cheney.
I'm a pioneer.
There's still a conversation of bacon happening.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so that's my one fear with it, because like I remember it reminded me a lot of the stuff coming out for the Wii, where it's just like, okay, plug your Wiimote into this, and now it's a driving wheel. Plug your Wiimote into this, now it's a baseball bat. And it seems like it's sort of like the same idea from that, but you know, like
economically friendly.
Yeah, it's eco-friendly, and like it's more like, you know, I think
well,
like
that's
build.
The thing. You never needed the wheel. It's just that you're too stupid to not figure out how a wheel would work without there physically being a wheel there.
You know, I'm also curious like how much of the Labo stuff will work without building the contraptions.
Probably very little. I think the idea of it is that it'll be like Lego, where the fun is in assembly. Because like the piano, apparently the piano, based on previews that I read, is that it takes like 2 hours to put that together.
That's pretty intense. Like
what I want to know is how it knows where you're touching.
Because they have the cardboard. They have the 3D rumble sensors and all that.
Yeah, but it figures out what key you're touching?
Maybe.
Maybe like you have to plug in the Joy-Cons.
Well, keep in mind one of the Joy-Cons has an IR sensor on it.
Yeah. Well, maybe
I forgot about all that.
Maybe it just pushes the buttons like the A, B, and X, and they're just like you push the key and it just like sends a little cardboard hammer.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. I think I'm finally kind of getting over it.
Hey! Get over it. Hey!
But I mean, I also mentioned this in the chat, but like the other thing that Labo reminded me of was like the Skylanders and like Disney Infinity.
Oh
like,
God, yeah.
The idea that Nintendo's taking like the concept of playing video games, but also like getting like collectible toy sets and like in physical things, and that combination of like old school toys and new school video games. And I feel like because like they kind of abandoned the Skylanders and the Disney Infinity. I mean, Amiibo still kind of come out, but you don't
Disney
really
Infinity is done, isn't it?
Yeah,
they shut that shit down.
They killed it, and I feel like I haven't heard anything about Skylanders lately, but like it made a ton of money.
There's a new one coming out, isn't there?
It's like so it's still going, but that idea that you can have like
that was, I mean, let's be real here. That was kind of a flash in the pan kind of a thing. They burnt that out so fast.
But that's why I think this is genius, because it's sort of taking that idea, but instead of just like, oh, these little lizards that you scan once and then they're in your game, now it's like, oh, here's like your Nerf gun, here's like your your dollhouse playset, and then it works as both like a physical tactile thing. Because like, I think like with Skylander, like you didn't play with like the little guys themselves, you just scanned it into the game and then you played it in the game.
So
I feel like is a better combo of the physical and the screen.
Let's be real here. Like as fully adult men who have children's toys, this thing is going to be a real son of a bitch once you put it away. Like as soon as you're done playing with it, where do you store this?
That's true. You know what? Also, it reminded me of fucking Loot Crate.
Again, what do you do with Lego?
Well, you have a giant child trunk.
You can get like a huge box, like a big tub, and put them all in there, and then or you can disassemble it with like.
This is like.
I don't know if you guys ever had like Loot Crate subscriptions, but like no joke, no joke. One of the big reasons why I stopped getting it is because the boxes just pile up. Like they recently started it so that you can pull them apart and you can build the cardboard into like little there's one that turned into like a warhammer and one that's like a zombie mask and whatever, and like they're kind of neat, so I kept them around, but all that cardboard piles up. It takes up a lot of space.
Fuck,
that is a valid concern that like especially if you go crazy with this and you get like the Optimus Prime one.
Yeah, exactly. You need to put that. You have to put that in like a closet. Like that's not something you just like little Timmy throws down on the ground and goes and plays with something else.
That's why I'm worried that like.
You know that somebody like will make some kind of storage containers for those though.
Yeah, but that's my worry, is that like this is like a kid thing, and like kids don't know where to put it.
And
so
then
just here's
the other thing is that these will be
$70 again.
But so here's the deal: it's $70 because it comes with the software.
That's true.
How much would it buy to rebuy?
Like if they sold the cardboard things separately.
Like there's a variety kit of like a bunch of smaller ones and the custom size ones for like $10.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
I don't know what the robot one will be, but...
So then you buy the software once for $70. say.
And then you buy more cardboard if you
Cardboard
want more
for like
players.
$10 a pop.
Yeah,
That's not terrible.
that's true.
It depends.
You know what
on
else
how you have
isn't
to use
terrible? This bacon.
Hey, what up?
Hey, he came in.
I'm making breakfast.
Ryan, have you
Sure
seen
did.
this? Have you seen this game?
Hola.
Which game? I'm not looking at the thing.
It's
Getting over
it.
Bennett Foddy.
Getting up, or is there something else?
It's getting over it. It's
Getting
just
over it.
Swinging a hammer and climbing a mountain
Yeah.
and being really into pot.
Literal pots.
Oh man, we should have played this on April 20th.
Is that a cup?
Oh, speaking of which, that is the release date of
The release
Labo.
date. $69 on 420.
$69
Hey,
on
Lamau.
420. Because Nintendo wanted to be the memeiest.
Nintendo is
Oh,
pretty
cool.
lit.
So we were just discussing this. So
Yep.
I had a bit of a joke on
Nintendo.
I cannot now believe that you ever feel
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
Evan's ability to swing a hammer.
a joke on this thing when I first saw it, because it's cardboard. But then I thought about it, and
Brilliant.
boom with maker culture and STEM learning in schools, and man, kids are probably gonna love this thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're totally saying that. Like kids are gonna be hooked on this.
Like yeah, if you're 30 years old, you see no reason to buy this. But if you're 8 or 9, you're all about this.
But I'm telling you, there's gonna be grown adults who are into this because there's so many grown adults who use Legos more than kids.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Again,
there's some people are gonna be into
the
it.
only issue I have with this is where do you put it when you're done?
In the garbage, and then you buy it again because it's just paper. You recycle it.
I imagine that the cardboard is a lot more reinforced than it seems like it actually is.
It looks like it is actually.
Yeah, it looks like Nintendo's special cardboard with like rubber bands and plastic.
It's infused with
fixings.
Nintendium.
It's
So it will never break. Yeah.
all handcrafted by toads and Goombas.
God, could you imagine?
Over it thing that you all are playing tonight.
Yeah.
It's some sort of joke game or something.
No,
It's therapeutic in a way.
it's
like primal scream therapy, you know?
Yeah.
Getting over it.
I feel like Hugh Jackman in Logan, where he gets in touch with his inner true Wolverine, where he's writhing on the ground in blood, going,
that's
"Ah!"
And he was like injecting himself with the needle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know what this is. So
What a
this is
weird-ass
created
film.
by the dude who created Quap, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, it is made by him.
That's
Alex, you just said it's
I
like
didn't even
Quap.
know. I didn't even know that.
The
It's like
difference
it's
is-
like a new age Quap. It's literally
Is that
Quap
real?
again.
The difference is he made money off of this, and Quap
That's
was
true.
free.
Bennett Foddy is the is that
His
the
name
guy's
is Bennett Foddy.
This game's. Oh right, no, he did later release this. I got this one
Yes,
for
he-
free because it was part of the
Oh,
Humble
Bennett-
Trundle.
Yeah, because it's a humble game.
Yeah, but then
But
he
it's-
later is like,
So
hey.
Bennett Foddy is the original bass guitarist for the band Cut Copy. You guys know who Cut Copy
Oh,
is,
I know
right?
Cut Copy. I love them.
I'll take your word for
He
it.
is I think he left before they released any
They got
music,
big.
but yeah, he was the original, and he left to
Make this.
start making games. Yeah, like Quap. But I'm like, I know this this art style. I know this kind of ridiculous. This has to be by the Quap dude.
That's kind of depressing,
yeah.
actually.
That's hilarious. I had no idea. I literally just thought, oh, it looks kind of like Quap, but with like more shit involved. And it's literally Quap 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
I mean, that's one thing you do when you leave a band right before they become famous. You make a bunch of
You
weird
make
video
Quap.
games.
Yeah, you make Quap.
Hey, it worked for the Behemoth guys. I don't know if they made music, but
I was gonna
they
say
made a couple of
they
Flash
make
games.
music?
No, but they made a couple
That's
of
weird.
weird
Yeah, no,
Flash
that-
games.
Behemoth is all that's left of Newgrounds.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. Oh man,
Newgrounds.
Newgrounds.
Yeah,
I know,
all
remember
one out for them,
Newgrounds?
Remember when the internet was like pure and not like
That
everything
wasn't
monetized?
pure. I
Yeah,
would never
like
call
on
that pure.
Newgrounds.
Okay, not
Remember all
pure.
of those? Remember all of those weird sex games on
Okay,
Newgrounds?
pure is the
Kitty
wrong word.
cannon?
dating
Probably-
sims?
Probably like Raw or like Wild West. The internet
Unfiltered.
was the
Yeah.
Wild West.
Wild
Yeah.
Back
West,
when
like Naruto dating simulators.
That's the one. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm
quality.
talking about, don't you, you sick fuck?
Evan, that's what you're going to play next week.
No!
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! We're not doing that.
Yeah,
That is
no, we're doing it. We're doing it.
NSFW, guys. We're not
Yep.
doing that one.
Well, you're not going to get to the good stuff. That takes years. No, just do the Hinata dating simulator.
Guys, I got over it.
Great.
Keep going.
going.
There's always more mountain.
Until you're in space, it doesn't stop.
There's space.
Yeah, Space Mountain. But
I got over more of it than I ever did before.
hang
Don't
on,
you
how
feel
far
great?
is he? I want to see. Okay, he still hasn't gotten to where I'm stuck at yet.
It's like Terraria. It goes straight into space.
Yeah.
Oh, like Gone Home does that. No, sorry, not
Bacon's
Gone
supposed
Home.
to be this gray?
Grow Home does that.
Bacon is not
if the
supposed to be
bacon, Miles, if the bacon is gray, then you bought bad bacon.
I mean, it's fine. The first batch
Only-
tasted alright.
Oh, oh, my God! I feel like the bouncing sun in Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Monty Python the Holy Grail. If there's a movie I never need to see again because it's quoted at me nonstop.
Aw,
I haven't
are
seen
there
it in
still
a very
people?
long time.
Let's be
I
real.
feel like
Are there
people quote
actually
it
still
less and
people who
less.
quote
Yeah.
the Holy Grail at you?
Yes, there
I
is.
feel like that's a very middle school kind of thing to do.
Well, keep in mind, Ryan's in Rhode Island. I think they're kind of behind on a lot of cultural things.
A lot of my friends are theater people, so yes, that does happen.
Oh, that'll do it.
That'll do it. All I know about theater people is that they can memorize everything and they just have a lot of sex with each other.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I hear. The thing
That's
about theater people is that like it doesn't matter what school they go to, it doesn't matter where they are. You know they're theater people
Yeah.
within like 10 seconds of talking to them.
My sister has dated 2 theater majors and both of them are adorable nerds, but like nerds.
Insufferable.
And one of them
man.
was a sex
Oh, I mean-
pervert who
I
turned out
mean, nothing
that
against
they did a
theater
lot of
people.
weird
I
stuff.
love them. I'm just saying they're very distinctive.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
very
like theater
distinctive,
people are
and
probably like the best nerds.
they
Yeah.
are. They just also
Yeah.
really love Harry Potter.
Because they're literature nerds.
And they hate
Speaking
Andrew
of
Lloyd Webber.
literature,
Oh my God.
They hate what,
Yeah.
they
Ryan?
all join a club.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Do they really? Oh, well, didn't he come back to vote on Brexit?
Yes, he was a tax exile for years, and then he came back to vote on Brexit, and also
What a schmuck.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
What, are you telling me that you're not a big fan of cats?
No.
So do
You
we
know
have
what?
more to
You know
talk
what I
about
hate? You know what I hate
the-
with a burning passion? Rent.
Cats? Oh,
Oh man, I have friends that will make like Lindsay Ellis and Dan Olsen's rants on Rent look like nothing. They will go for like an hour on how
I
bad
really
Rent is.
like Dan Olsen.
He's a good dude.
He's a nice man, but that man's hair is very unfortunate.
Hey, stop
Oh, so
talking
you-
sass about me.
What?
Literature. So I'm gonna segue into Doki Doki Literature Club because
Oh.
That's what we keep bringing it back to.
Bringing it back!
so our pal Joey Danowitz, who sort of kind of writes for the site now, I guess.
Hey!
He published an article on Humanizing the Vacuum, the blog that's run by music critic Alfred Soto, about how Doki Doki Literature Club kind of got him through 2017.
Yeah,
I kind of want to try it out because
Do it.
Try it. It's
Do
free and it's really good.
it's a real roller coaster of emotion. Like for the first like
Look up
2
nothing.
hours, yeah, go into it completely blind, really, and stick
Like,
with it. Stick with it.
The best description I can give of Doki Doki Literature Club is it's free. Like, that's all you need to know. It costs you 0 money. Go do it right now.
I mean, to be fair, I still thought like this is like a waste of time, and then like I watched the Game Grumps like play on sort of a
Ah, that'll do it.
and I got to like the good part, and they were going through it way too slow. So I was like, okay, no, I gotta
Yeah,
take matters
dude.
in my own
Yeah.
hands.
I can't stand them anymore.
it's really hard to get into.
You
them 'cause
were
they have-
real
because they
big
have-
into them.
Yeah, when John was on, and now he's racist. So.
Oh,
I know. All heroes
I've always hated that
eventually
man.
turn to villains.
what, John Jafari?
I've always hated him.
There was a time where I would tell people he's the funniest dude on the internet, and now I can't do that anymore.
I know, right? Heartbreaking.
Well, I mean, just because he's a white supremacist doesn't mean he can't also be an audiobook salesman.
He is an audiobook salesman. Anyway, moving on, there's actual news to talk about. There's actually a shit ton.
Yeah.
Doki
Doki Literature Club. Go play it right now.
But
really,
anyway,
go do it.
Ryan, what was the thing that Joey did? Or was it just that Joey's article made you want to play it?
Well, he wrote a pretty good article on why this game is worth playing, even if you like. It seems like a game that is that you want to judge by its cover because it's it's a visual novel.
I think the guy intended for you to do that too.
It's deceptive on purpose.
Also, can I be the first to say, welcome Ryan's friend Joey Bag of Donuts to the channel. Congratulations on being a rightist. He
has been for a long time.
Yeah,
he's very on and off. So.
Well, I'm the first person to say welcome. So.
He's a very smart, funny writer, but he writes approximately one article for us a year.
But he does a good job.
I know the type.
Okay. I'm sort of the same.
He's actually the author of one of our most clicked articles. I think he's one of the
Click this article or the dog gets it?
No.
And Matt, who's another writer, writes for us infrequently. They have this following that they brought with them to the site, and Matt actually has our two most read articles. He did the thing on every ranked Hamilton song and every ranked Bob's Burgers episode, which just gets crazy hits every day. I forget what Joey's is.
The Adventure Time one.
That's it. Yeah, that's
still free.
It gets us 100 hits.
This cliff's really tough.
Are
you in the tunnel yet?
Nope. I keep falling down this cliffside.
Oh my god. So, Tyler, to keep this in perspective, he's still not where I'm stuck at yet. He's getting there, though.
Are you stuck at the part where it's like the little like hallway that you have to shimmy up?
It's the trash can.
What? No, I've gotten all past this.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just saying that's where I was stuck at.
Yeah, no, you have to swing like a madman. You haven't got to where it takes finesse yet.
How this to QWOP? How does this control compare to QWOP?
Better.
A mouse.
No, it actually controls better than QWOP.
I'd say
QWOP
it's better.
Feels
QWOP
like,
is just like annoying.
Yeah, this feels like there's skill involved. You just don't have the skill yet.
QWOP by like dragging my legs across the entire thing.
That's the one.
Yeah. Like, at least with, like, getting over it, you can get by if you happen to be lucky with, like, a good momentum.
Ryan, your computer can probably run this. It requires, at the minimum, Vista, so...
Ignore the smoke. This one looked edible.
Would you consider this to be better than his bass playing on the first Cut Copy album?
I don't recall the bass enough to make a comment on that.
I cannot compare bass lines to QWOP games.
I honestly hope that he has some sort of like that playing this game in QWOP is akin to playing bass, and that's the message. That's the message he's been trying to get out of like how hard it is playing bass.
Left right before they got real big too.
Well,
he can always go back.
Now he's famous for QWOP.
Yeah.
So there you go. He can bring that to the table now.
Look at what's his face? Ringo. He can always go back to the Beatles.
Well, I'm not anymore. But you're almost close there, Evan.
Thanks, John.
No!
Can I just say, as a huge fan of the Beatles, all the shit that Ringo always got was always my favorite.
Dude, Octopus's Garden, so good.
No. So my two absolute favorite quotes about Ringo by the other Beatles are, there was an interview where they're asking, so what do you think about Ringo? Do you think he's the best drummer ever? And John goes, he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles.
So, and then bringing this back to
The Beatles.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
news. So I guess you and Travis got tweeted at by the dude who is the developer for Iconoclasts.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So, Iconoclasts
Youth is wasted on the young.
the
Anakin!
anticipated like 2D platformer game. The guy's been developing it for 10 years.
Yeah. He's Owlboy 2.
This is a game that people are really looking forward to. I watched Ty Tuesday play it for like
Try some.
3 hours yesterday, and it looks like one, your kind of game, two, my kind of game, which is like maybe 10 games a year for me.
Huh.
Good shit.
How do I get
Yeah, I
over
got
this
a real
fucking
like
Donkey
Shovel
Kong
Knight
thing?
vibe.
Hang on, what did you just say, Evan?
How do I get over the fucking Donkey Kong lift?
Slower?
How do I get over the Donkey Kong thing?
Slower?
Yeah.
How do
How do I get
it?
over it?
Look through the thing.
The girder, the red girder.
Boo!
Like how that's
I
really
do
on
when I
brand for
play
us that we're
Cannibal,
calling it the
just-
Donkey Kong lift.
Just like, do you guys remember the Nickelodeon show Guts?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
definitely.
Guts!
Very vaguely.
Alright, let's go back to Mo!
It was the show that they had where the host was the dude who was eventually on the show Yes Dear.
Yeah.
What? No, now I'm at the bottom again.
He was
no.
He was also
no.
Jesus Christ. He was also homophobic dad in Glee.
I've never watched Glee, so I don't know
Yeah,
that.
don't.
Interesting fact I have about Glee is that the cast of Glee have the most entries on the Billboard Hot 100 than any artist in history.
Wait, what?
Because it's all a bunch of popular covers.
Is that real?
It's real.
That's depressing.
I can believe
That shows
Matt, like-
depressing.
Man, Michael Jackson was slacking.
The Glee cast.
Wait, Evan, was that a Starbucks cup that you just like smacked?
Yeah, I knocked it down to the bottom.
Oh, well,
Copyright.
there you go.
Derailing this for a second. So the Glee cast have had 207
Oh, it's been
entries on the
derailed,
Hot
buddy.
100. That is the next ones are Drake with 157, Lil Wayne who's on everything with 137,
Lil
and Elvis
Wayne.
with 108. The Glee cast have 51 top 40 singles, which is more than Madonna or the Beatles.
Wow. How do people watch Glee that much?
They would watch the episode, then they would buy all the songs on the episode.
Yeah, Glee nerds were weird. My sister was into that.
Yeah, it was pretty huge for a good couple years.
Yeah, well, I was huge on House, and I didn't buy every single Crystal Method album.
No, but he did buy a lot of crystal meth.
Yeah, but House didn't sing.
No.
Sure they did.
No,
You didn't watch all of it, did you?
I guess not.
There was a House musical episode.
Oh,
That was
well.
by Massive Attack? Massive Attack rule, dude.
No, there was actually an episode where a guy had a brain tumor and it made everybody think that they were singing.
That was
I think that was
Scrubs.
Scrubs.
That was Scrubs.
That was
Nah,
Scrubs.
it's just basically
It
the
was-
same show.
Miles, it was Scrubs.
No,
it was
I
Scrubs.
refuse to believe that.
It was Scrubs. I mean, it could have been House too, but that is definitely a Scrubs episode.
Possibly Scrubs.
And I remember I watched way too much
Look,
Scrubs.
it's Omar Epps.
Oh, hey, it's Omar Epps.
Oh, hey, it's Omar Epps.
The saddest of things.
Oh, God.
So the
this
Nintendo
is
Labo,
There's other stuff.
okay, so Detective Pikachu.
Well, do you have other things to say about the Nintendo Labo? Did you have additional thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like I kind of got it all out with saying I just think I agree. I think it's gonna be a huge hit with kids, and it's kind of cool that like it promotes sort of tinkering with stuff. And
If
Like this
people
game.
if
Like
people
this
have
game.
like a second guess about that Nintendo thing, have like second guess about the Nintendo thing, they should probably Google
If you
STEM learning, Makerspace,
accepting their tastes,
and this thing called Little Bit,
on the
which
microphone.
schools
respect
use.
for them.
Is he just talking over us?
Yeah. Miles, stop talking over people.
You want to mute it. He actually doesn't even have the headphones on. I do.
I think he put his headphone away and just to go mumble about bacon.
Yeah, he put them on me. So.
All right. Sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I just got distracted. So Ryan Reynolds is Detective Pikachu and not Danny DeVito?
No, he's in Detective Pikachu, but he's not actually Detective Pikachu yet.
Pikachu.
Sorry, what was that?
Who is the voice of Detective Pikachu then?
We don't know yet.
Probably Ryan Reynolds.
Probably, but it's not confirmed.
Not confirmed, but
I am still counting my blessings for it to be Danny DeVito.
Oh my god, please.
Danny DeVito would have been the best.
Bacon sex particles.
Please.
Did I just hear Miles say bacon sex particles?
His glasses are coated in grease. So.
Yes, well, that's why you shouldn't cook over a pan with glasses on. Is how you ruin your glasses.
Or at least stand back.
Yeah. There's a lot of things he should have done that he didn't, so.
He's new to cooking. Give him time.
He's new to life.
It's true. He's new to being a self-sustaining adult man.
Surprised he made it this long.
Oh, good. So I got SpongeBob music going now. This is a good time.
Did we have anything else to say about the Labo?
I don't think so.
I have something to bring up. What about the warranty on it? What happens when you break cardboard? Do they hold people accountable for that?
Yeah.
We're hoping you can just buy the cardboard like separately, and it's much cheaper than when it's packaged with a game.
I mean, we could just go to Best Buy and raid Evan's boxes when he's done with them. That might be easier.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm actually really interested to see if like people can like make their own sort of like homebrewed contraptions.
I'm sure they can. I'm sure they'll have like developer kits.
Somebody like make like Mega Bloks version of this that work with the actual thing, like with
Lego. My god, yeah! It like the third party. Like, didn't Mad Cats come back? Like this is their moment.
They just announced they shut down last spring, and they just announced that they'd be coming back.
Y'all just
there you go. They can get right in on this. Grab controllers, get into that cardboard game.
I cannot believe I just did that. I was so close, and I fell back to the bottom again.
Some like Sisyphus type thing.
It is like really Sisyphus. I think that's literally exactly what it's supposed to be.
Only instead of a boulder, it's a pot, and you're in the pot. And you have
in the pot.
Miles says to get over it.
Pot man. Because if he had legs, it'd be too easy.
All right, Tyler, who's your pick for Detective Pikachu? You have to put a vote in.
That's a good one. I say the late Alan Rickman. I'd like to see a deep voice.
The late Alan Rickman, a posthumous performance by Alan Rickman as Pikachu.
I would like to see that.
Anything. I mean, they put Laurence Olivier in Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. They can do anything with technology.
That's true. Yeah. They could.
This is true. Well, I mean, like, how about we get like James Earl Jones? Like, he's still alive.
Would that be appropriate for Pikachu? I guess that could work.
Dude, James Earl Jones.
I think he's a little intense for Pikachu.
I mean, Danny DeVito can be intense, but we're not. We're hoping for him.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh no.
That'd be a little. It'd be a.
I cast Thunderbolt.
I think that'd be a little grating, don't you think?
Detective Pikachu is they just get an anime voice actor like Jennifer Hale or Johnny Young Bosch to play him.
It's not a bad idea.
Yes, that's
boring, but
fair.
It would be better than some stunt casting thing.
You just get Troy Baker.
Jeez.
Or Nolan North as every video game character, and now also like Pikachu.
So Mark Hamill.
I realized that Persona 4 was so long ago that was how Troy Baker basically made his name, was voicing a character in Persona 4, and now I'm thinking, man, how do I get a main role in Persona 6? Because I got time. I gotta say, I'm scaling this cliffside a lot more easily now. It's amazing how long have I been playing this?
We've been going for like an hour and 15.
No way we've been going for an hour and we've only talked about cardboard and Detective Pikachu.
To be fair, like that was the bulk of this show. That's what it was always going to be.
Yep.
Oh, you don't have an up card
Cardboard. I mean, actually, one thing I just thought about the Labo to keep pivoting back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Like, how extensive do you think like the software is going to be? Like that game where you get
I'm sure it'll be constantly changing.
Yeah, but like when you get to like become Optimus Prime and stomp around in the cardboard box, like is there just like 5 levels breaking stuff, or is there like a whole campaign?
I'm sure it's just a few levels. I'm sure it's just gonna be a bunch of mini games.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if this is just like Wii Sports but with like extra steps.
It will be.
I hope it's filled with loot boxes.
Tell you what, the whole Labo.
Dude, physical loot boxes, like
Physical loot boxes.
just has these big boxes where you open up and you get random
Travis would be thrilled.
inside. And it's
Tell you
you,
what-
you don't actually get the sets, you don't get the kits, you get pieces to various kits. So you have to keep buying real loot boxes to get multiple sets built together.
I
Tell
mean,
you
they got the box thing going.
I
That would
mean,
make sense.
They're
so.
already doing that with Amiibo, so.
Interesting aspects of the Fabo of the what's it called again, the Labo, is that was watching people that weren't aware that Nintendo made things before they made video games, and that this is kind of a throwback to that.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
Yeah,
Oh
there is
my
a-
god, trash can.
I mean, toys were always their wheelhouse, and so it feels like they're kind of just coming back home with it.
There's a really awesome blog called BeforeMario.com that just goes through like all the toys and all
Dude,
the
the
cards that they made
love
for.
tester. That's what they had before the Game & Watch.
Oh yeah.
by
had
Gunpei Yokoi.
Yep, the guy who made the Game Boy and Metroid.
That's kind of crazy to think
First really big thing was this thing called the Ultra Hand, which is like one of those things where you could like pick up stuff from shelves that were up too high.
What?
Like one of those old people grabbers in like
Let's see,
retirement
so
home.
next. Y'all have never seen this thing? This made them
I know what you're
bank
talking
in
about.
Japan.
Patience is the foundation of eternal peace. Make anger your enemy.
His first big thing was the
Harm
Ultra
comes to
Hand.
those who know only victory. and do not
Oh my god, yeah, I've seen that. Oh wow, I thought that was like a thing
It's
only in
fall short of your own
cartoons.
goals, that you'll surpass
Oh no, they
those
make
who
them.
succeed
They're
there.
real.
Oh wow.
Tokugawa is.
Or
Okay,
made them.
that is nutty.
Yeah, funny how that
They have-
works.
She
And I'm back in the bottom again.
with unconquerable eyes.
Jesus.
You're getting over it, Evan. You're getting over it.
Somebody commented in the chat, uptime. I think they think there's some kind of like shorthand command for the chat.
That is me. I thought that you had a an uptime thing to see how long you were streaming.
Oh, it's on my dashboard. I can check.
Dude, you should
it.
put that in the thing. Like all the streamers that I have the uptime command. That people
Yeah,
can
I should put in more of those. I know that there's a bunch of different chat commands that you can add in.
Yeah, that's me. I
Failure here is a metaphor. To learn.
Sorry, go ahead.
Please resume climbing.
just watching you
It's
climb up the mountain because it's
Flail
there.
away.
this is very therapeutic. I gotta say, like I could do this for hours.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's like meditative.
Speaking of
It's like
meditative,
a
You get in the flow state. Yeah.
getting into a flow of things, Nier Automata is an experience of trying to understand the gameplay of, like,
you
completely
finished
cold
it.
turkey.
How was it?
I haven't
You
finished.
finished?
I haven't finished it. There's also like 5 endings.
I know.
so
I
I'll
know.
have to finish
Yasmin's
it
just
5
gotten
different
into
times.
it, and it looks appealing. It looks kind of like Dark Souls, which
No,
I was not expecting.
it's a platinum game, so it just plays.
Hey!
It's basically Bayonetta.
Borrow its mirth.
Guess who's back? It's your boy, Mr. Skinny Penis.
Mr. Skinny Penis.
Mister. Can we just call you Bacon Boy from now on?
Yeah.
Better by far
Bacon
you
bits.
should forget and smile than you should remember.
B&B.
and be sad. Christina
It's your boy. All I think of is the fighting freak Knuckles from Sonic.
It's the fighting freak Knuckles.
Speaking of Knuckles, Ryan, I know you already had to endure this, but Alex, I downloaded VR Chat last
Oh,
weekend.
no.
Christ.
Oof! Wow, what a dumpster fire! You guys remember IRC?
I've been told not to make the joke, but it's a spicy meme.
You've been told not to make the joke by who? Not by me.
Editor of theyoungfolks.com.
I've been told not to repeat the spicy meme.
Which meme?
More than a little problematic.
The
That
Ugandan
one.
knuckles?
Ugandan
Correct.
Knuckles.
Ah, yeah.
Which is a shame
Yeah.
because literally, like, it seems like
Which is a
at first
shame.
it seems like it's totally harmless. Like they're just celebrating this guy's sense
Yeah.
of humor. He just happens to be from Uganda, and then it turned into this whole like alt-right cult mentality.
No,
I don't
not
think it
all
ever
of
feels
it.
like a Ugandan
It
guy
never
from the
got
beginning.
political.
It never. No. So it's just a bunch of asshole trolls that are objectifying women
Yeah.
or what look to be women users on the chat client.
Yeah,
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's basically...
If it has
That's
like-
exactly how it is.
open
It's
game.
basically like that old school, like, 4chan, like, Habbo raid mentality. Of like,
It's like
Yeah.
IRC. That's exactly what those
Yeah.
were.
Let's all get together and just, like, pick the same avatar and spam something because that's hilarious. And I mean, if they were spamming something that's, like, harmless, like I think the little knuckles, like, it looks hilarious. Like, I want to love it because it's so stupid, and it's like just a bunch of people agreeing to be stupid together, and I'm into that until they get racist, and then it feels...
What racist?
But
I don't
have you guys
understand what
tried VR chat as a platform in general?
God, no.
Yes.
Oh no,
It's pretty broken. It reminds
Also
me
free.
of it is also free. It definitely shows. It's like PlayStation Home or like Second
It
Life.
It looks exactly like PlayStation Home.
Yeah.
But crazier.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that episode of The Office where Dwight was playing Second Life and he was himself and he would fly? What a weird
Office was a
platform.
good show.
It was.
Oh, Steve Carell left and then just came.
Yeah, that's where it ended for me, as it did for a lot
But
of
yeah, I
people.
mean, have you done anything else? Have you played VR chat? Have you been
Yes.
like running around in it?
Me?
Because
I went onto a
yeah,
Persona LeBlanc Cafe server.
oh, there
Oh,
you
what?
go.
It was a
Sounds
Persona 5
promising.
LeBlanc Cafe server.
That's the one thing I like about it is that like you can be
You didn't
anyone
go-
Yeah,
and anywhere.
people can like mod it however they want. It's literally it's the
That's
dumpster
cool.
it's the dumpster fire that Ready Player One would genuinely be if it were real.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
didn't go onto the
exactly.
Uganda
Exactly.
server?
It is the Oasis.
Yeah, it is though, because people can just make a server of anything that they want, but it's not original at all.
Mhm.
My favorite one currently on the Ugandan server, there is they modded it so that the sky has the Majora's Mask moon
Oh my god.
at like 2 minutes to midnight, but it has the Knuckles face.
God, why is it always like the Nintendo
That's-
fans that are the shit posty ones? It's always the Nintendo and Sonic fans.
I don't know
Alright,
why
so,
I made these eggs.
So, speaking of Ready Player One, which is vaguely video game related, so I
Vaguely.
stumbled upon this podcast this week called 372 Pages We'll Never Get Back. It is a podcast
How bad
where...
that book is?
No, it's a podcast where Michael J. Nelson of Mystery Science Theater 3000,
Hey!
Yes!
Connor Lestoka, who's his partner in Rift Tracks, read the entire goddamn Ready Player One and make fun of it. It is great.
I need to send that to my mother then because my mother's in a book club and I was trying to make recommendations for like for her to convince them like like Annihilation's coming out. It's like a book where
In
it's
the
like
chat.
yeah. But
372pages.com. 9
Wait.
episodes as they lose their mind going through this book.
Coming out, they're making a movie about it.
yeah. So my mom comes home on Sunday from her book club while I'm working on stuff, and she's like, "So looks like my book club of the month is Ready Player One. You have that, right?" And I'm like, "Oh no! Yes, I do."
God, is that what I sound like?
No, that's what I sounded like, laughing
here's a
at
sec.
that my poor mother is now going to be reading that book.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing myself
said
laughing in
this
the other realm.
I've said this at least 8 times on this podcast, but it is the worst fiction book I've
If you need to take a break, it's okay.
Aww.
so bad.
Even worse than Ender's Game?
Ender's Game's pretty.
Yes.
It's up there though.
Ender's Game. It's what have I read that's really bad? I've read a bunch of like lame-o YA novels when I was in middle school because
When Hope Was There, Ethan Frome, those were bad.
But yeah, Ready Player One is the worst book I've ever spent my time with and read all the way to the end. It is just awful. Just second you read it is just bad. If you read that snippet of it that's just like a list of things.
Yep. Well, that's what I was reading out loud last week on the podcast.
Hey, welcome to the rest of the book. It doesn't get better.
Nothing ever gets better.
Especially Ernest Cline's
That's not
writing.
what the Beatles taught me.
I see what you did there.
I've not read his second book, Armada, and I'm frightened to.
Miles, don't you have that?
Yeah, me and Tyler are going through Armada right now. It's
I did it. I got further.
It's better,
And I slid down.
but it's not markedly better.
Is the subject material at least better?
It's if Ernest Cline remade Pixels.
What
I missed?
Yeah. So
We're roasting
biggest-
Ernie Cline again.
Ernie Cline.
Ernie
the
Cline,
biggest-
our
okay,
good
so
friend Ernie.
the biggest one that was just like spit in my face was there's a quote from the book where he's describing the little podunk town that the main character's growing up in. He's like, I'm from Piedmont, whatever, Oregon. If there was a bright spot in the universe, I'm the one that it's the farthest from. It's like, okay, Star Wars reference, got it.
It's like the last Starfighter, basically. Is that?
Yeah, kinda. But so the
just he ripped off Last Starfighter. Okay, god damn it.
The direct quote is, "I'm from Piedmont, California. If there's a bright spot in the universe, I'm the spot where that's the farthest from." Pass the blue milk, Aunt Beru. That is.
I live for moments like people sighing in reaction to stuff like that.
That is word for word the exact quote.
Try not to swear, but fucking hell. Ugh.
This is an open forum here, Ryan. You can open up.
Oh yeah, we're all terrible people here.
You know, like I said, I try not to swear in public. I'm not that guy, but God.
Be that guy. It's fun.
Fucking damn.
I also just found out from his
Balls.
Wikipedia page that Ernest Cline wrote that movie Fanboys. Remember Fanboys?
Oh, I do remember Fanboys, and I liked it initially, and I'm afraid to ever go back and watch it again.
Why? Because it has it was produced by Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey.
I did not know either of those things at the time.
Hang on.
Wow, that's like a triple whammy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just really liked Kristen Bell at the time, and I'm like, I also like Star Wars, so I just got it.
Wow, I didn't know any of them.
I remember that movie very, very intensely.
Oh, hang on.
I remember G4's Attack of the Show would not shut up about this movie, because of course they wouldn't.
That's how I found out about it.
Tyler here.
So you were the only other person who watched Attack of the Show? Wow.
At least in New England, yeah.
I watched Attack of the Show. I liked it. It was good.
Man, what was one of the things that happened with Attack of the Show that I was just thinking about that not too long ago.
I could predict the sexual misconduct thing. Olivia Munn was quote unquote dating Brett Ratner during that show, and she broke up with him on air, and that was a little shady. Makes sense now, but
so
people hated him anyway because he fucked up X-Men.
He did pretty badly.
Brett Ratner was on Attack of the Show like shortly after Olivia Munn left it, and Kevin Pereira, who is her friend, asked Brett Ratner directly about the accusations Olivia Munn made about him. He just mumbled and said something awful about her.
Yep.
Again, directly to the face of her friend and former colleague.
I feel so bad for Adam Sessler being wrapped up in all that bullshit because He always meant really well, and he cared more about like the actual journalistic side of things more than everybody, I think.
Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb are both really good people.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see them still around, like, doing stuff for, like, conventions and things.
Well, Sessler's doing game supervision. Granted, it didn't seem to work out for the best in terms of the Friday the 13th game, but hey, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
I wonder if that game still has a community.
Probably not.
Tell me cut in.
What? Oh my
Miles-
god, I'm at the bottom again.
Sessler line.
Miles said
played
that
it
Adam
yet.
Sessler cut in line.
When?
Oh no, perish the thought.
Anyway, we have other news. I'm just trying to remember what it was because I don't see the page.
There's another-
Sorry, go ahead.
There's going to be a new Fable game.
Yes,
there's-
by the Forza Horizon studio.
That's
So they're cutting out Peter Molyneux finally.
Oh,
After his decade and a half of empty promises.
I don't
know. Peter Molyneux had like an amazing
Get Peter
90s,
Molyneux back.
and then just never made anything I liked again after he left Bullfrog.
Yeah.
I really like the first two Fables. I just stopped giving a
Not
shit
my
after
wheelhouse.
that.
But I loved Dungeon Master. I loved Dungeon Keeper. It's Dungeon Keeper. Theme Park's a great game. Cool. Magic Carpet's a good game. Theme Hospital's awesome. And then nothing after he left Bullfrog. And then he's just been Captain Empty Promises ever since.
Yep.
Yeah, and although I have to say, like, what does Fable even have going for it anymore, though? Like, I feel like Peter Molyneux was like the thing that enticed people because it's like, oh, it's Peter, it's gonna be good, and then like you got it, and it was like pretty
he's
good.
one of those that's like he's a producer that just talks big, but I mean, how much of it was his visions that were going into those?
But I just feel like he was like their hype man, and I feel like the only reason like I cared about Fable 1 is because everyone was all like wouldn't shut the fuck up about
Here's
Peter
the
Molyneux.
other thing is that was back when people were watching stuff like G4 and reading EGM for their game hype, and now a game will be hyped on its own merits. So if Fable,
But like,
Oh,
what are the
he did
merits
make-
of Fable though? I feel like Fable, I don't know. I mean, like it was fun, but I feel like I don't need another one.
well, and
Unless,
so
like,
that's the thing is that it's a genre that it's open. It did the open world sandbox thing, like the RPG style, before it was super popular, and now it's everything is doing that.
Did make one more game I liked, and it was the movies. That's one of the that's you can buy anywhere. Yeah,
Oh. I remember hearing
promising game. There's a lot of stuff that's really good about it, but so much of it just doesn't work, and you really want to love it. Yeah, that was Peter Molyneux.
Need food.
And I'm at the bottom again. Flipped over the
Yeah,
other
that's
rock.
life.
I just gotta learn how to get over it.
That's the-
There was one that particularly caught my eye in terms of news. That was a new type of games retailer platform, and I'm trying to remember the name of them. But they basically want to be a competitor to Steam in terms of the marketplace of digital game sales. And their angle is...
sounded really interesting.
So their angle on it is that they're going to be doing the ability to resell games legally, not like you're just taking a Steam key and selling it on GOG. Like, it's actually a platform that you can resell your games
Game
on.
reselling.
But here's the deal: is not unlike something like GameStop, where just GameStop desperately wants to make all the money off of it, and the publishers and developers don't particularly care. They make a cut, like a
Calling
significant.
himself Robot Cache.
Yeah, and the reason that they're calling themselves that is because if you resell a game, you get it back in a in-client currency as a cryptocurrency. So you can make that currency by reselling game titles, but also by mining, if you do have the ability to do crypto mining.
It's a
that's
Bitcoin thing. Never
yeah.
mind.
So that's the thing. Bitcoin.
Well, it's proprietary. It's not Bitcoin.
I love the idea of Bitcoin in general. I hate the idea of mining. Bitcoin mining has destroyed PC gaming right now.
Okay,
Just because
that was my other headline. Did you see that one, Miles?
that Bitcoin tanked, or that it's impossible to get a GPU right now.
It's impossible to get a GPU because of the mining market.
No, that's been like that since Bitcoin, since some schmuck said Bitcoin, it's invisible money. I want it, and then they just went nuts.
And there I go again.
How much Bitcoin do you think Ernest Klein has?
I don't care. Because it's a bubble and it's gonna explode.
Yes, I want to explode on Ernest Klein.
And here's the deal. Once it does explode and people still stick with it and call it legitimate, it will be regulated just like credit cards are.
Well, so Bitcoin has been fluctuating all over the place. The other cryptocurrencies have been more or less stable.
Huh.
Ernest Klein, Bitcoin. How much?
God damn it.
He has to have at least one whole Bitcoin.
Were you the one telling us that he got the DeLorean and wanted to get pulled over doing 88 miles per hour?
Yep, he was the one that told us that last week.
Yeah. I feel like that man has a very excitingly sad life.
Jennifer Aniston.
He's basically just he's making it his mission to live out the dreams of every grown man at Comic Cons.
I feel like he wants to live out the dreams of every 14-year-old in 2006.
Yeah,
so
probably.
I found the article. It was written in The Ringer. It was written by Rob Harvilla, who's a good dude. So one time in Michigan, he, referring to Klein, got pulled over for speeding. He was doing 76 and a 65 and tried to persuade the cop to write the speed as 88 miles per hour, even if it increased the fine, just so Klein can frame the ticket.
Yep. That's the one.
What a weird
dude's fucking insufferable.
Spielberg, the man who people think of when they think of movies, is making the film of his dumb book.
Yeah, I mean, you have to separate artists from art.
Somebody probably had a screenplay for it and said, "Oh my god, this is complete trash. The only way that this can be saved is if the guy who inspired all of this is the one who makes it." And they gave him all the money for it.
Keep in mind, there's a fight scene between Gundam and the Iron Giant in that movie.
Yeah, how did they get Gundam? Do they have American distribution rights?
That's how they got Gundam.
How?
Well, because almost everything you see in the trailer for that, film and animation distribution rights are with Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Well, so
including Akira.
Animation distribution rights has always been kind of murky, just because they, with the exception of Ghibli, they're not insane about licensing in Japan.
No, not really.
So,
it's because they're logical.
Well, if you ask Tomino nicely, he'd give you the rights to Gundam. Gundam has been in so much.
And Steven Spielberg can get away with a lot because he's Steven Spielberg.
I was going to say, I feel like if Steven Spielberg calls you, it doesn't matter who you work for or what you make, and he asks, "Hey, can your thing be in my movie?" You just say yes.
Yeah, unless you're Prince or something.
Not only is this can be directed by Steven Spielberg, but Oscar winner Mark Rylance is playing the dude.
I'm sorry, but Mark Rylance won that Oscar for a role in a movie that I found particularly bland.
It's a super bland movie. Yes, you are not wrong. That was. Who did he win against that year? Oh yeah, he won against Mark Ruffalo for Spotlight. That's right. That's why.
Was that also the Steve Jobs year? Was Fassbender for that?
What movie was he in?
Spies.
Bridge of Spies, and it was the 2015 Academy. I remember that too. Literally everybody in that lineup was great.
And Moonlight should have won.
And then Mark Rylance got away with it. I mean,
because
he's fine, but
they always do these things where they honor awards that somebody didn't get before for a role that wasn't even particularly special that year.
The other problem is that Mark Ruffalo more or less played the lead in Spotlight. It's an ensemble film. There is no lead, and he was up for Best Supporting Actor.
Right. Because it was the size of a supporting role, even though it was practically a lead role.
They don't know how to
this is killing me.
award ensembles. even past that thing yet, ever? Have you ever gotten past it?
This little this girder.
All right, yeah.
Ninja
So
Warrior girder you have to deal with?
Mark Rylance won against Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight. Won against fucking Christian Bale in The Big Short. Won against Tom Hardy in The Revenant.
To be fair, Tom Hardy's role in The Revenant boils down to get them pilch and a pilch. Gonna get a pilch.
We're gonna shoot you and leave you for dead. We gotta get money.
I'm gonna shoot him and leave him for dead. Yeah.
Just 156 minutes of Leonardo DiCaprio.
He beat Sylvester Stallone in Creed, which, I mean, like, it wasn't the most amazing. It just would have been cool, I guess.
I mean, he won the Golden Globe for that.
Yeah, that's true, but, like, I don't know.
And that can be like working with quickset cement.
In the background.
How do I get up this?
It's the D-pad. There always is.
They begin to harden and
There's
set
always what?
until they're immutable, like rock.
The one ranting in the
Randy
background.
in the background.
Yeah, that's Miles.
Not without
He's in the bathroom now, so you're good, guys. You're in the clear.
It's like some sort of like a super meat.
Oh,
boy
yeah,
movie
Evan,
you
this is
do in
probably
here.
where Miles has gotten this little
This
hallway.
little tunnel here. Oh,
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I've seen people. You basically gotta like just
I have
like
to,
stick the
spring.
hammer up.
Oh,
And you just gotta like spring and then like stick the hammer up and like just waggle
Wedge
it left and right. Yeah, as quickly as possible. Like shimmy.
A
your
super
way
meat boy
up.
maneuver.
Yeah,
Yeah, except with a mouse.
yeah, with the mouse. So good luck.
And now
That
I'm back
thing.
down again.
Well, but where were we with the news?
Oh, did you
Night-
see?
Twitch. It's news.
Is Twitch news?
It's Switch. Nintendo Switch.
Oh, the Switch. No Netflix on the Switch, and I'm wondering if it's because they were asking for too much money. Is Nintendo getting greedy?
Possibly.
I have no idea. Probably because
I mean-
they're too busy building cardboard.
Netflix was
back-
on the Wii, so
Yeah, there was on the Wii U.
true.
I mean,
It was
all
on
I
the, it's
want
on the
on
friggin' 3DS for crying out loud.
That is.
I want
true.
on the only streaming service I
I
want
think
on the
it's only
Switch
a matter
is
of time.
the only film streaming service I want on the Switch is Filmstruck. My Kurosawa movies on my Switch.
There's a developer kit version of YouTube on there right now.
Hmm.
If you have the like the beta of the next version of it or something like that.
I don't know. I feel
that's
like
coming sooner than later.
I also wonder if people really need Netflix on the Switch. I feel like
They
there's so
honestly don't. This was like that was a part of that whole like, oh, this console needs to be a part of your main entertainment center, in
it's like
21st century shit. But now it's like, oh no, if you're gonna watch something like Netflix, it's either on your phone or tablet, separate from your games machine, which only has 2.5 hour battery, or you're gonna do it on your smart TV.
yeah.
Isn't Netflix on the 3DS?
Yep. I remember I downloaded it the first day it was available. I'm like, yeah, this looks okay. Except it's not in 3D. And I don't care.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you need to watch that on your 3DS?
Because you can.
Screen in your pocket to watch
I
movies
guess
on?
if you don't have a laptop, maybe.
Dude,
Yeah.
I ripped movies off of my Xbox 360 and onto my iPod Nano so that I could watch
Wow.
movies on my lunch break in high
That's
school. It
that's
was
dedication.
dedication.
Nano.
element of blank.
Wow.
You cannot recollect when it
I had the first iPod Nano that did video, the little square one.
iPod Nano wasn't like that screen like an inch.
Yeah,
Enlightened to perceive.
You watched movies on an inch.
sure.
Emily.
It was lunch break.
What did
like,
you watch?
Did you like just listen to it, or did you like
I
put it up to
remember
your face?
I remember the Dark Knight. I remember
It would be the Dark Knight.
Cloverfield. I remember. Why do I remember The Last Samurai?
On your iPod Nano.
My
just
iPod Nano.
some epic movie with like massive cinematography on your
It's
iPod
like a little
Nano.
tiny 1-inch iPod screen.
So you were just eating lunch with like this thing just like mashed up to your face.
Hey, 45-minute lunch breaks, man. I had to kill the time.
Oh damn, dude! I don't know what school you went to. Shit.
Well, we didn't have a cafeteria, so
Mm.
I had to bring my own lunch.
I have some news
gotcha.
I could bring up.
Oh, please.
I just read a couple minutes ago that there is a new Alien video game coming from Fox Next Games.
You mean Disney? Buena Vista?
Yeah, and unfortunately now, yeah, but it's by the same people who worked on BioShock and one of the Star Trek MMOs.
2K?
Hang on.
If it was BioShock, it wasn't Ken Levine, it's people from 2K.
Well, let's see.
I mean, a Ken Levine Alien game sounds pretty cool. Let me just say.
What is he doing? Because
What is Ken Levine doing?
Okay,
That's
no,
a good
I
question.
remember my senior year of college. I was like trying to apply for writers' jobs to what was it called? Insomniac?
Oh,
no,
God.
not Insomniac. It was
It began with
called,
an I.
Irrational.
with an I.
Irrational Games. Irrational Games,
yeah.
a division of 2K. They were Boston based, and I was trying to apply for like script writer positions or whatever. And then
Yeah.
they shut down. And then he announced on Twitter, like, I am doing a small project with a group of
like an
very,
indie game.
very small amounts of people from my team on BioShock Infinite. Because I guess BioShock Infinite, because they scrapped a game and a half's worth before they released it, critical acclaim wasn't enough to save the company. So, and then I don't recall anything happening ever since then. And that was late.
I guess
that was
still
late
like,
2013.
Yep. 2013. So it's
What
been,
other
it's been like 5 years. I guess. I mean, maybe he was building that indie game from like ground up, and it's just been brewing. It's been tight-lipped.
Would.
Yeah.
He would do that.
The Alien game is being made by a group called Cold Iron. They're a new company that has compiled the people who worked on Borderlands, BioShock Infinite, Doom.
No. They're trying to make up for Alien Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
Remember it was supposed to be Gearbox, and then everybody got pissy that it wasn't Gearbox.
Where hope is coldest and despair most
Hold the Iron? Do people name video game studios like they name like post-grunge bands?
Yeah.
It's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shooter for the PC and a console.
Even as the stone of
Yup,
the fruit
they're
must
doing
break,
Colonial
its
Marines all
hardness
over
and
again.
so must you know pain.
Great.
Could you keep your heart in wonder?
So yeah,
That was
that's
on
coming out
Wii U.
soon.
Interest lost. Never mind.
Your pain
Move
will
on.
not seem less wondrous than your joy.
I mean, if you have other things to say,
A generic name.
Ugh. Hold on. Let me check the doc. I know that there was something else. I just can't remember.
we talked a little bit about the new Fable game.
That's really about it. I think Travis
yeah.
added that.
We talked a little bit about Robot Cash.
I mean, that's about it. I mean, the fact that the developers are going to get 70% of a resale is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything taking on Steam, like real talk.
Well, and so that's what I'm wondering is this platform going to happen, but because it's a cryptocurrency, it's not going to take off, and Steam's going to be like, oh, well, if this is going to become the new standard, I guess we will just start our own resale platform because of...
I don't think they will, though. I feel like these guys, I feel like it's a great idea, but it's not going to get off the ground.
No, I just think it's an idea. I think it's something that can be posed to start some kind of movement or revolution in terms of the game's resale space.
I just feel like Steam at this point is like the Amazon.com of video games.
Yes,
any website.
At least on Amazon, you can sell stuff back or trade in. Not
Use Green Man Gaming.
Steam. Well, so like, are they legal? That's the thing,
No.
right? These guys are trying to come up with a way to do games reselling that's legal and not to GameStop.
They're resellers.
That's a good
so
idea.
It's like a moral gray area. Speaking of moral gray area, the new Godzilla anime movie thing just released.
Yeah, I keep getting ads for it. How is it?
I have no idea. I'm about to go find out.
Well, I'm about to see my brother for the first time in a week, so I'm sure we'll watch it.
I had to go expel bacon.
From your
So it wasn't good.
From your ass or your face?
Yes.
Okay. We already talked about the graphics cards.
The bacon, it tasted fine.
But yeah, the fucking data mining going on with the people buying up GPUs, those people are driving the costs of graphics cards up like 200-300%.
That's insane.
Literally an AMD graphics card is going for what? I think there's one going for like $800 right now. An AMD graphics card.
Yeah, the GTX 1060, which is normally
that one
like
usually goes. That one usually, like, if you could get a super clock one for like 200 and change.
The 1060?
Yeah.
You mean the 960? 1060 is the new one that just came out
last year.
Well, yes, last year. We're still in January, you schmuck.
No, as in like 2016 it came out.
No, the 1060 just came out in 2017, towards the tail end of it.
What am I thinking of?
I have no idea.
Or maybe... never mind.
Well, so anyway, the 1060 came out. The 1060 came out. Its retail price for it's like $450, I think. You can currently find them floating at around $800-900.
That's just insane.
Yeah,
because people are buying them to make like cheap money.
Well, so the problem is that idiots are buying it to make cheap money. The GPUs are like the third best way of mining for Bitcoin. There are much better ways of doing it now. You can use personalized high-intense CPU rigs instead of GPUs to mine for it, but that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, people aren't into spending money to make money.
People just want all the unlimited free money.
Smart. Fuck. Miles,
I love how much.
Miles, I think I'm almost as over it as you are.
I got to the tunnel.
Okay, as in like just above where I was at before. Is it a vertical tunnel?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's where I'm at.
So the entire trip up until this point took me maybe 20 minutes, and then that tunnel I've been stuck on for approximately 2 hours.
Oh, fuck me. Alright.
I mean, give it a minute.
Alright. I think
Final Fantasy 15 I see here.
Oh yeah, they announced another edition.
What was the first edition?
It never ends. It just never ends. So this is the Royale edition. Sans cheese. So
what was before the Royale edition?
The Ultimate edition. So the Royal edition is the same as the Ultimate edition, except now it's the Ultimate edition with new scenarios. And then this still isn't the Ultimate edition, which is Final Fantasy 15 Windows edition, which is the Ultimate edition plus the Royal edition, plus the benefit
8K HDR10 support, by the way.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be on PC, so it fucking better. Like,
you know what's nuts with Final Fantasy games is that
they haven't been good in a while.
The first the Final Fantasy X was 14 years. They released 10 games. Since the release of Final Fantasy X, released 5 games.
To be fair, they keep re-releasing them or adding on to them.
So, to be fair, we're on Final Fantasy 15. This is the 60th game in the franchise.
Oh my god.
True. Because you have like all those weird little
10-2 HD remix.
13-2 Lightning Returns.
We don't talk.
HD remix featuring Lil Wayne and the cast of Glee.
Now with the
Fubar.
The new one has the hologram of Tupac. It was all
that.
Henry.
Is he your healer in that one?
Oh yeah, no, he's the warrior or the bard.
He's the bard. All right, good.
Miles, you need to see our D&D podcast.
I was just going to say new NPC.
What, Tupac?
A Tupac bard, yeah.
I would not object to it.
Okay,
Alex,
I will
you are
join
here.
only if I get to play as Tupac, who upon his death in real life is magically transported to a D&D universe.
I'll consider.
Fucking oh god damn it! What's the show that nobody likes? Sword Art Online style.
Okay.
Oh.
I wake up in a
anime?
video game universe as Tupac.
We will. I'll workshop that. What were you gonna say, Ryan?
You've done this
I was
once
just
before. You know it's
thinking
good.
about how
Just do what you did the first
good
time.
our session was this week.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, so you
was
don't
good
want
stuff.
you don't want to ruin it with me. I get it.
Travis and Justin would probably be really upset to learn like how close they were to pulling off getting everything
Their
without.
heist.
Yeah. Without
It was
going-
all Evan. It was
This is where I'm stuck right now.
Ryan,
But hey,
you
you know,
were
Evan-
the one that fucked it up because you refused to do anything. Hey, I think I
We-
almost got it.
It's impossible to get
fucked it
through
up.
this.
we all mutually
Well-
fucked that up.
Well, I'm
It is
really
all our
happy,
faults.
Evan, because I drew this whole battle map, and I was like, well, I guess they're not gonna fight. They're gonna talk their way out of it. And then, sure enough, it still happened that way.
Oh man, like the way that Travis and Justin like bullshitted their way into that train
That
was just great.
That was perfect.
That was really good.
And then we all dodged it.
That is now you guys are seasoned D&D players because you've had your crazy scheme that somehow worked flying at the seat of your pants, and then you've also experienced plans royally fucking up and everything getting worse and worse and worse.
I
Like,
can't
those
believe
are the two prime experiences.
I can't believe I let Evan just go into that room with his thing and just snatch it with
My
his
axe.
To be fair,
God.
you guys had no idea what would happen and how to get out the
There was a
crystal.
trap. I knew there was a trap.
I was thinking on my toes, and you refused to do anything with it, and we needed to do something. So,
You know, he had to have put like a lightning trap or a fire trap or a sleep trap
Yeah,
or
I
a
thought I
trap
would
that shoots
disable
out
it.
bees or something like that. I'm like,
Hey!
Bees.
You know what today is the birthday of?
Lenny Kravitz.
Michelle Obama.
Jake Paul
oh.
Well, it's also Michelle Obama, so let's
and
celebrate
Steve
that.
Harvey.
Okay,
I like Steve Harvey.
The pain in knowing
February
this.
17th, whose birthday is that aside
The
from
pain in knowing
these
what more
people?
to use.
Jake Paul.
It's Calvin Harris's birthday.
It's Jake Paul.
Oh, a lot of people are born on this day. Man.
Yeah.
And from Star Wars, it's her
Steve
birthday.
Palmer.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
and then,
It's
wasn't James Earl or I think James Earl Jones was yesterday.
it's
What?
Zoe
think Kelly-
Deschanel's birthday.
Kelly Marie
no.
Tran was today.
Ah, nice. Oh my God, that Star Wars headline.
Which one?
The one about
Yeah.
the guys, the MRAs cutting out.
Oh, yeah.
the cut. It's
okay.
No women.
Real talk. That is genuinely like upsetting. I would love to see that cut. I just
But
want to
it'd be
see how
stupid.
they destroyed the movie.
It's just like Kylo Ren. Would Kylo Ren just be talking to himself? It would make no goddamn sense.
That would be incredible. I would pay to see that cut of the film where it's just Kylo Ren talking to himself, but with like bad editing in between.
No ropes.
All the voices for all the other characters.
And it cuts out any scene with women, so like it's incredible. It would be a vastly improved film.
I hate the internet.
I'm
so
kidding.
much with a burning passion.
I bet it's terrible. I will find it and I will report back.
I will find him.
I will find him.
That's one of my favorite lines in a superhero movie.
Michael Shannon is a insane, fantastic person.
He is a force of nature. Speaking of
Did
which,
you guys see The Shape of Water?
Amid the lordless heavens.
No, I've yet to see it.
Oh yeah, Michael Shannon's the villain.
Is the villain of that movie.
We
and
have
my
to see
God,
Shape of Water.
He is like the creepiest, fucking slimiest dude, and he lays it on so thick.
He's
but
slimier
it's
than the
so
fish
perfect.
man?
I want to see that
Yes.
movie so bad because where I come from, all the locals are not big into bestiality, so I'm afraid that it's going to be taken out of the theaters soon.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's you got to get over the fish fucking part, because like.
Oh no! I'm 110% down for the fish fucking.
Does she
I'm
fuck
saying that
fish?
everybody and their mothers
Did you
that
not
live
know that she
around
fucks
me,
the fish?
dude, she
Is that-
fucks the shit out of that fish.
Are you
The
sure?
whole movie.
It's
the whole
in the
movie is about
trailer.
her wanting to fuck the fish.
But they don't actually.
They
no,
most certainly
they
do.
actually. We don't like see penetration on screen, but we.
Well, obviously
we know it.
not.
Dude, you see
But it
fish
happens.
cloaca. Like, you know exactly what's happening.
Like they're naked together and they close like the shower curtain. It's very heavily implied.
Let's get it on.
The Hellboy movies were pretty good.
Yeah, you don't see Hellboy's dong. Not until the new one.
I don't think I ever want to see Ron Perlman's dong.
I mean, that has happened in a movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
a very Pearl man.
So let's be real here. The two best casting decisions of all time: Christopher Reeve as Superman and Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
Yeah,
Roddy
he's a
Piper
better.
and They Live.
What's that?
No, there's three, and the third is Roddy Piper and They Live.
Correct. You are correct. I will give you that. I will absolutely give you that. You're okay. You, real damn ugly.
That's a great movie.
We have to watch They Live. Like, right now.
Has Tyler seen that?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, of course he has. He hasn't even
right
seen
now.
Starship Troopers. For Christ's
It's
sake.
been on my actually. I've never seen They Live, but it's been on my list for years.
Evan, shut up. It's on the list.
Yeah, that's like that's one to like double feature with something like Dead Alive.
Yeah.
Five, yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
What
You can buy a
a crazy trash movie.
Lawnmower.
Oh my god, the greatest lawnmower scene in cinema.
It's like the only thing I remember about that movie, but it's enough to let me know that I still like it.
That's I don't usually like almost puke during movies, and that was the one.
Oh yeah, wasn't there like something to do with like a pudding and like someone farted on it or something?
I don't remember.
I vividly remember a scene with pudding and the pudding being disgusting.
All I remember is the lawnmower and a lot of ground beef.
Yeah, that's probably the most.
I mean, the Ghost
Right, now-
story had the best pie eating scene I've ever seen in my
Oh my
life.
god, have you guys seen A Ghost Story?
Oh boy.
The one from this year?
Casey
I'm
Affleck,
not.
sex pervert.
It's a very fascinating 90 minutes of your life.
It's an experience.
Best comedy of
Best comedy of 2017.
You know anything about it?
I don't know anything. I don't even know if I've heard of that movie.
Okay, yeah. So Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck, and it's just an A24 super duper cheap indie movie.
It would be A24. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. And I will say nothing, and you should watch it because I really want to know what people feel about it, and I'm really sorry.
I mean, Evan, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown starring Casey Affleck. It's the same fucking story. So. I got a rock.
I got a rock. All right.
It's directed by the dude with the mustache that directed the Pete's Dragon remake.
Yep.
The dude with
There was
the
a
mustache.
Pete's Dragon remake?
Yep.
Where were you?
He has an incredible.
The live action
Google
Pete's Dragon?
David Lowery. He has an incredible mustache.
Hold on, did the Pete's Dragon remake happen before or after Big Fucking Giant?
Around the same time.
Okay. Cool. Alright, do we have any other news or... I don't think so, right?
Sonic
I think
Mania
we
is
covered
good. Go
everything.
play it.
Sonic Mania is great. Go play it.
Oh, so is Doki Doki Literature Club. Go play it.
Yeah, I'll download that for next week.
Oh, very
but
nice. If
Other
you're in-
other than that, I'm gonna try to do a little
Play
bit more.
Play
what?
Iconoclasts. Play
Oh.
Iconoclast next week or Friday or the weekend. Get that code he's offering you. That should be really dope. You'll really like that game.
That sounds like a good time.
On Twitter.
Not on being a schmuck. He's go see.
Oh, Evan Miles wants to go see The Room at Coolidge Corner on Friday night.
I'm working.
He's working. Evan called you a schmuck, Miles.
I'll see when I'm working until.
I mean, we have the Blu-ray at Miles's house. We could always make our own premiere, but
Yeah, but Coolidge Corner's fun. Ryan, you want to come to Coolidge Corner in Boston at midnight to see The Room?
I have heard just awful things about the Room screenings.
What could be awful about it? I've done it. It's great.
yeah, 7
Just
o'clock.
tr- Bad things about Spoon. Like apparently,
Spoons, yes.
according to people who work there, it's like on steroids.
It is Rocky Horror.
There's the shit people throw at the screen.
Yeah, it's the fun.
Yeah.
Basically, you kind of have to think of it as like an audience-made mystery science theater.
Yeah.
So if you're down with
Plastic
that,
spoons.
Plastic Spoons is the only thing reminiscent of Rocky Horror.
I still think that nothing tops the first time you see The Room and are just completely bewildered by what's happening in front of you.
Yeah, you should watch A Ghost Story.
It's
like the opposite end of the spectrum of that.
And that is on your screen came from why he is naked multiple times in the first 20 minutes.
He has to
babe.
He has to show his ass. I'm telling you,
Whether he's a
I could win an
vampire
Oscar
or
for playing
not.
Tommy Wiseau.
Wait,
Like,
guys,
also,
why is it called The Room?
Johnny might be a vampire. Nobody
Where-
knows.
Because
Money
actually
comes from-
I know because I read The Disaster Artist. I didn't just see it.
Oh, I did too.
Originally. What?
I don't believe Rex Sestero's claim that he made it selling you regular jeans. I don't believe that.
He didn't claim it. He just said that's the only thing that he ever learned. Tommy Wiseau cultivates mystery.
Yeah.
And that's it. But
He's from the
so
country of
originally
New
The
Orleans.
Room was going to be a play, and literally everything just takes place in one room. That's
It's
why
supposed to
it's
be a play and then a book. He wrote it as a book, then he wrote it as a
Yeah.
screenplay.
yeah. He kept changing his mind on whether it should be a play or a screenplay. But the name of the room stuck.
Or contain vampires.
Or contain vampires. Maybe his car will fly.
Wasn't he supposed to be a vampire at the end of the movie?
Yeah, something like that.
That was no. He would still kill himself. Just it would have been like an Easter egg for the audience. Why his car can fly.
True. I had to say that The Disaster Artist, that section of the book where it kind of does the vague description of his childhood through Europe and stuff, that was a beautiful moment.
It's heartbreaking, yeah.
It's really sad.
You like that book goes from like, oh wow, I love laughing at the
Even
guy.
though
It's
even though
amazing.
it's
He's
just
such a joke.
hypothetical, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you actually read it and you're like, shit, I feel bad. Like that whole book, you feel bad because this guy's probably like really lonely, and all of his like mannerisms are
Well,
just like as a response out of that.
What I didn't like about the book was what I didn't like about the movie is that the book allowed this objective ability to go into detail about how self-destructive Tommy was about his life.
Yeah.
And the movie just kind of glossed over it. I mean, it showed his capability of just straight up being an asshole, but it didn't show what the consequences of it were. So
yeah, that's fair.
They missed a lot of the important moments, like him doing the group meeting with the whole cast.
It felt like just like a summary, really.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a book report version.
It was very condensed.
The book, you like actually understand. Okay, why you learn why Tommy Wiseau is.
They should add the post credits. The other guy said now that
And you don't get that with the film, which God, that fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you guys see the claim that Sandy actually directed The Room and not Tommy?
Why would he want
yeah.
credit for that?
I don't know.
understand.
Well, because now it makes money. But I mean, if you read the
Why
book,
would he
it
want his,
basically-
he doesn't want his name attached to that. He never did.
True. It's not yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
out of that. The movie
I mean,
is
have you
not.
just been like stuck in the game, or did you?
No,
freeze
I
the
turned
game
it
like
off.
that?
I've been waiting for a moment to kind of end the podcast.
Oh, okay, because it's kind of beautiful.
Oh,
No,
you gave up.
I froze
Under
it.
this picture of just this man holding out the hammer.
Yes, well, as it turns out, it's the same as what you've been witnessing this last 2 hours anyway.
This whole time.
I just realized he looks like Putin.
He
Sisyphus.
does look. He does. It's a Sisyphus. It's a Sisyphus Putin.
He's a Sisyphus Putin Cheeto.
He's using his hammer to get to the sickle.
He is. He's trying.
Oh, there you go. That's the end game.
That's the
Bennett
end.
Foddy. It's
That's-
all about communism.
It's all
Getting over it.
It's
What do
all-
you really
it's
get
all
over?
about getting
You get
over
over
communism.
capitalism.
This is an
Getting over
apocalyptic version of late capitalism. Oh wait, man. So this is the podcast. We'll be playing something like Doki Doki Literature Club next week, and
Hell yeah.
until
I
then,
would something.
Until then, feel free to tune in. We'll do random gameplays here and there, but mostly we do the Dungeon Folks podcast. Also,
Turn
the
in
same
on
place
Mondays.
On Mondays, and we do this on either Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on how my tummy feels.
And folks, next time because we have a pickle to get out of.
We have a hell of a pickle
Oh
to get out
yes.
of.
Next Dungeon Folks is gonna be interesting.
Halloween.